Well, that lake effect snow now pinning down neighbors across western New York, from the southern tier to the south towns and now parts of the city of Buffalo. These photos from your neighbors from their own backyards. The following areas are now under a travel ban: Dunkirk, the town of Brant and Evans, and the village of Angola and Evans, Fredonia, and the town of Pomfret lifted their driving ban at around 7 o'clock tonight. As of right now, the I-90 back open to passenger traffic westbound from exit 57 to the PA state line. The commercial vehicle ban still in effect along the 90 at exit 46 to the PA state line. Take a look at this video near Dunkirk, where the tractor trailer pulled over today. Empty and commercial vehicles still banned on the 90 and the I-86 and Route 219. The following counties are still considered a state of emergency. That's Allegheny, Cattaraugus, Chautauqua, Erie, Genesee, and Wyoming. Southern Erie County is under a travel advisory. Those areas you see here listed in yellow. A portion of South Buffalo now added to that advisory, listed as driving conditions and visibility start to deteriorate. That lake effect snow slowly making its way along Lake Erie. Our Josh Nichols here with us now on where it's going to be headed overnight. How much longer do we have this lake effect, Josh?
Well, the trend is a friendlier one for South Buffalo. That's the good news. As the band starts to slip a little further to the south, it's kind of locked in place a little bit, and kind of like a fire hose, it just kind of oscillates a little north, little south, little north, little south, and that'll continue for a little while longer, and then we'll start to see some relief into the early morning hours and into Sunday, which will give us a nice opportunity to clean up, which we'll need to do down in Orchard Park, to be sure. These are some of the snowfall tallies that have come into us. 35.2 inches in Cassadaga, 33.6 in Perrysburg. So again, the Chautauqua Ridge, notorious in this kind of situation for picking up the lion's share of the snow, and that's exactly what's been happening. Springville at 19 inches at last check, 24 inches in Silver Creek in the Boston Hills in Boston, 13.9 inches, and Blaisdell 9.5, and a couple more other tallies to share with you here. 20 inches Fredonia, 11 inches Lackawanna, and the OP at 8.5. This is where the band is going overnight, and it'll just kind of set up shop just south of the Erie County line by about 2:30 in the afternoon. It'll continue to snow there, but if you're coming in from Buffalo, coming in from the east, coming in from the north, you're not going to have to deal with any of that snow heading to Orchard Park. But by the time we get towards game time, I wouldn't be shocked if there was a quick burst of snow. Nothing like probably what we've seen, but a quick burst of snow possible during the game, and then the legacy of the lake effect lifts, and we're going to start to see some big improvements. But not before we see maybe another 4, 5, 6 inches in the most persistent lake snows into tomorrow evening. A lot of this is going to fall during the day, again here into the Boston Hills. But here in Buffalo, we have yet to receive our first measurable snowfall, believe it or not, at the airport. So for the Bills game forecast here, again, a quick burst of snow, a few flakes for kickoff, partly starlit when you leave the stadium, 27 degrees. Lake effect snow warnings remain in play, again, all the way into Monday evening. Some of this is because of Lake Ontario's snow versus the Lake Erie band, which is going to be breaking up. And there are still winter storm watches here down towards Warren, PA. So through the overnight, we've got temperatures into the mid-20s. Some of that snow sticking around. 25 degrees right now, feels like 14. Oh, it's cold out there. And there is radar. You can see Super Doppler. This band has legs. It might be narrow, but it is mighty. That is for sure. And you know that if you live in southern Erie County, the Chautauqua Ridge. And again, but it does have legs. It extends all the way here into Genesee County right now, snowing in Batavia, snowing in northern Wyoming County. But the band has never really made it into downtown Buffalo at all. It just kind of stops here around Lackawanna, West Seneca. It's almost like it's running into a wall of some kind. Orchard Park snowing heavily. The areas here in the darkest of blue. So it's on the 219 and on the 90, and the 62, 240 here between Orchard Park, Loveland, West Falls, all getting still hit hard at this time. That includes you also in West Seneca, but the north towns can't even buy a flake, really. I mean, might see a stray flurry or two. Probably get a better chance of seeing some lake snow for tomorrow up around the north towns as some lake snow comes in off of Ontario. So here's a live Doppler again. It looks like the band is trying to make its way just a little bit further to the north right now. Again, it's like a fire hose. It's just that you let run, and it goes up and down and up and down. So it has made its way a little further to the north towards downtown, Tiff Street, Lackawanna, Abbott Road. And like I said, the band does have legs extending all the way now into Leroy. More wintry opportunities await. We're going to discuss those in the Super 7-Day forecast.
All right, Josh, thank you. Now, again, several areas, especially in the southern tier, now in a travel ban. State police releasing these photos of Route 5 in the town of Portland, that's just south of Fredonia. State police reminding people to stay off the roads and allow crews to clean the roads without any obstacles in their way. To help people keep them off the roads, SUNY Fredonia has canceled classes and activities for Monday. This is a look on campus. Students getting an added day to their holiday break in an effort to prevent students from traveling back early given the conditions there. Those heavy lake effect snow bands moving out of the southern tier and into the south towns. And ahead of tomorrow night's game against the 49ers, the Buffalo Bills posting these photos today. Now, as of right now, the game is still on. Our Eileen Buckley speaking with Southtown neighbors as they begin their dig out and look ahead to game day.
Take a look at this ominous view heading over the Skyway in Buffalo, letting you know those infamous lake effect snows were heading right off Lake Erie and into areas south of the city.
It's just another day in Buffalo, honestly.
I talked with Zach from Lackawanna at a plaza off McKinley Parkway in Hamburg. He was surprised how quickly the lake effect snow punched its way through, all the while he was running errands.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't like this when I left. It was all sudden. I'm not trying to stay out in this for too long. Roads are getting dangerous, slippery.
Lake snows caused roads to quickly ice up with bitter cold temperatures and winds whipping up the snow. This 7 News viewer photo shows treacherous driving conditions along the 219 in Orchard Park. Outside of Highmark Stadium, the lake effect snow machine kicking into full gear with a possibility of 2 inches per hour. By Monday, Orchard Park could have up to 3 feet of snow. But Bills fans who were heading in and out of the stadium shop took it all in stride and say they will be back for Sunday's game. So how are you feeling about all the snow?
I'm excited. Bring a team from the West Coast over here into the snow, and we should have a great game.
Just getting ready for the game. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah. It's cold out.
Will Friend, who is originally from Australia, is here for Sunday's game. He now lives in Brooklyn. You don't get this in Brooklyn.
No.
Are you sorry you came?
I'm glad to be here.
Frayne and McKinsey Carwas will be heading back to the stadium for the Sunday night game and are not worried about the snow and cold.
Not worried. No. We'll dress warm.
How about you?
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Got all your proper gear to wear for it?
We're getting there. We're about to hit the Bills store.
Yes.
One of the hardiest bunch. You can ask anyone anywhere in the country, and it's always about the Bills Mafia and Bills fans.
Eileen Buckley, 7 News, Orchard Park.
Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz is telling us Friday afternoon that game day travel remains a top priority. He is encouraging drivers to use patience and caution on the way to and from the game.
Game will go on. We've been in concert with the Bills. They're going to be bringing their teams to get in there and clean out the stadium. This is something they're used to. It's not 5 feet of snow or 7 feet of snow like we saw, but 2 to 3 feet of snow means that it's also going to be snowing when people are trying to clear it out. So we're going to recommend everybody to take as much caution as possible when you're trying to get to the game on Sunday so that you get to the game on Sunday.
Yeah, crews tonight already clearing out the stadium, and that can include you. The Buffalo Bills are calling on the Mafia to sign up to be registered for snow shovelers all season long. Rather than racing to find volunteers following major snowstorms, the team is looking to build a snow beater roster. You have to be over the age of 18, and you will have to register. For those that make the team, they'll be paid $20 an hour. You can register using the link over at WKBW.com. And here in Buffalo, again, there is a travel advisory for South Buffalo. Roadways and visibility slowly deteriorating out there. City leaders reminding neighbors that winter parking regulations are now in effect. This includes restrictions on overnight parking on bus routes and seasonal alternate parking. At a press conference today, Acting Mayor Chris Scanlon announcing the different services and resources available to residents as the snow makes its way north.
Our 311 call center is operational. It's fully staffed and ready to assist residents with any calls they might need. The employees are available to answer any questions or report on any non-emergency issues that might arise during the storm. I do also want the residents to know that the code blue is in effect that for the city of Buffalo. 586 Genesee Street will be open 24 hours a day, and the Dulski Center at 129 Lewis Street will be open from 8 p.m. until 8 a.m. through the remainder of this until we deactivate them.
For more information on resources available to you and your family, as well as real-time updates on closures and travel bans, just head on over to WKBW.com. And the Good Morning Buffalo team, Ed, Katie, and Aaron, will all be back together for a special Sunday edition of Second Cup, taking your weather questions and getting you ready for the drive home, the Bills game, and the start of your week. Again, that's Sunday morning, tomorrow from 8 to 9, right here on 7 ABC and on the WKBW streaming app. Over in the village of Lancaster, neighbors were not allowing a little lake effect snow to dim their holiday shine. The 17th annual Christmasville Fire Truck Parade. I was out there with a good crowd of folks who didn't mind the snow. Now, normally they have more than 200 fire trucks from all around New York State come out and decorate their engines, but many of those trucks are out in our communities tonight dealing with the snow. But 125 trucks still made it out and went all out on the decorations.
Caribbean Christmas.
Southline Fire and Rescue.
They're manifesting warmth. They're on the beach. They got a nice drink in hand. Well, oh, look, it's Violet Beauregard. Violet, you're turning violet. Is that Mike TV up there? That's Mike TV. Augustus Gloop. Looking wonderful, you guys. You were telling me earlier, maybe one of the snowiest ones we've ever had?
Yeah, this is by far the snowiest one that we've ever had.
But it's like we're living in a movie, huh? We're in a snow globe.
We're living in a snow globe right now.
Boy, was it a snow globe. It was coming down out there, but it was a ton of fun. And if you missed it, the full thing is still up on our WKBW Facebook page. And a thank you to all those who watched along.
We all know news goes beyond just a headline. So every day at 5:30 on Voices, we talk with everyday Western New Yorkers so we can have this conversation about what's happening, how to make this an even better place to live.
It's that time of year again, Western New York.
Let 7 News and our weather team keep you in the know.
It's our goal to deliver the most accurate forecast wherever you need it.
Follow the 7 Weather forecast, download our app for whatever comes our way.